Hi guys, this is Fancy Stitches and welcome back to my channel. So guys, in today's tutorial I'll be making this beautiful dress using this Ankara fabric. For this tutorial you can see that my fabric has pattern on it and I've arranged it in such a way that the pattern is facing upwards. Okay, so today, if you love this video, don't forget to hit on the subscription button, subscribe to the channel, watch till the end. All right, so guys, let's get started. So guys, with my tape placed on my fabric, and the full length of this dress is going to be 40 inches, but because of the new flare on this dress, I'm going to subtract 10 inches, making it a total of 30 inches. Then I went ahead to mark my point and drew a straight line across my point. And her shoulder measurement, which is 15 inches divided by 2, will give me 7.5 inches. But before then, I gave about 1.5 inch for my zipper allowance. Okay, I'm cutting both the front and the back together. All right. To mark my armhole, I subtracted 1 inch for my shoulder slope and went down by 8 inches, and the point will serve as the bust line. From shoulder to the waistline is 15 inches, down to the hip line is 24 inches. And here is the knee line where this flare is going to start from. Then I went ahead to draw a straight line across the points. So this is her bust line, under bust line, waistline, hip line, and the actual line the flare is going to start from. So guys, from my shoulder slope point, I'm going to draw a straight line to meet up to the bust line. To mark my neckline, I will be using 3.5 inches for the width neckline, okay? And for the length of the back is going to be 1.5 inches, and for the front is going to be 4 inches. Okay, that's the reason why you see two lines, the front and the back neckline. I'm cutting the both front and the back together. Then I went ahead to use freehand to curve my neckline, both the front and the back. To get her armhole curve at the bust line, I went ahead to divide her bust circumference, which is 35 inches, divided by 4 will give me 8.8 inches. Then I went ahead to mark my point and added extra 2 inches allowance to it. And for the armhole length, I went ahead to measure my armhole length, which is 8 inches, divide what I have by 2, making it a total of 4 inches. Then I marked my midpoint and went in by 1/2 inch. Then I went ahead to connect the points. And the next step here is to take the basic body measurement. So I started from the waist, and her waist circumference is 30 inches, divided by 4 will give me 7.5 inches, which is 7.5 inches. I took my measurement, added 2 inches allowance, then I used the same measurement at the waist, at the under bust line. After that, I went ahead to connect the point, which my marked point, to the bust point. Okay, then for the hip circumference, which is 37 inches, divided by 4 is going to give me 9.2 inches, then add 2 inches allowance to it. Then coming down to the knee line where my the flare is going to start, I'm going to subtract 1.5 inches. I'm going to subtract 1.5 and connect the line. So guys, the next step here is to cut it out, and firstly I'm cutting for the back. Okay, and while cutting, I don't cut along with the armhole, and also be mindful of your neckline. The first neckline is for the back and the second neckline is for the front. Okay, so guys, after cutting, I went ahead to separate the back from the front, and for the front I went ahead to cut out the armhole and also the neckline. So guys, the next thing here is to create the keyhole, and to do that I went in by 2 inches, but I discovered that it's going to be too big. Then I used 1 inch later on. Then after that, from the neckline I went down by 1 inch, and the keyhole length is going to be 3 inches, and after that I give it a curve and cut it out. So guys, after cutting, I went ahead to open it up to show you guys what it actually looks like. This is it, okay? So guys, to cut the 360-degree knee flare, I went ahead to fold my fabric in a triangular form, then divide the hip circumference by 6.28, which is going to give me 5.8, but I make use of round figure of 6 inches, okay? Then I went ahead to mark my 6 inches, and from the point of my 6 inches, I went down by 11.5 inches, 10 inches for the actual length of the flare, and 1.5 inches for the hemming and sewing allowance. Then after that, I went ahead to mark the point and cut it out. And to cut out the sleeve, her sleeve length is 14 inches, but what I have here is 15 inches. That means I'll be using the whole length. Then her round sleeve is 12 inches, and to do that 12 inches divided by 2 will give me 6 inches. So here I'm going to mark 6 inches here. I'm going to mark 6 inches here. Then I'm going to go down by 6. Okay, I'm going to go down by 6 and come in by 2 inches. All right, you can see that I'm going to go down by 6 and come in by 2 inches. Draw a straight line from the 6 inches I measured here. I'm going to come down by 2 inches here. I'm going to come down by 2 inches. Then I'm going to connect it. I'm going to connect these 2 points to the tip. Okay, so like this. You can see that this is an easy way to cut your sleeve. Okay, then I'm also going to use her round sleeve for the lower part. I'm going to use her round sleeve, which is 6 inches, then adding extra 2 inches allowance to her sleeve measurement, to her sleeve circumference, then connect it to the point here. Okay, so then I'm going to cut that out now. After that, I went ahead to cut my linings. So guys, after I'm done with cutting off my lining, I went ahead to stitch up the neck area of my dress, of my client's dress. And the next thing here is that I want to show you guys how to cover the keyhole. Okay, with your lining, how to cover this keyhole. Okay, make sure you match your lining with your dress keyhole to the midpoint. Hope you guys can see that there is a midpoint here. Make sure it is matching. Then use your pin to pin it down for easy sewing. So now if I'm meant to turn it over, you can see that I have turned it. Okay, hope you guys can see. So this is how I'm going to take it to my sewing machine now and stitch it up. Finally guys, this is my final outcome. You can see how beautiful the dress is looking. This is the inner part of my dress. I've gone ahead to fix my lining, do the necessary things. So guys, if you love this video, don't forget to hit on the subscription button, subscribe to this channel, turn on your notification bell for more of my videos, like, comment and share with your friends. Thank you guys, thank you for watching.